All right, welcome back, everybody. I am super excited to talk to you this week about So You Think You Can't Dance. So we have Jenna with us here. She is our Zumba instructor, and she is here to bet that you can. So, Jenna, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and your Zumba career and kind of what got you into it, maybe, and then let's figure out why we can all dance.
Absolutely. So I will say I've always loved dancing ever since I was a kid. So there's that. But I first saw Zumba when I had someone sub for my hip hop class when I was in college. And then when I lived in Chicago, I was doing some personal training sessions. And I remember just like sitting on the weight bench waiting for like my turn. And there was this crowd of people that started to line up outside the studio. I was like, what is going on? And like 5 minutes later, this guy shows up. They all start to cheer and scream, and they rush in the studio. Everyone had like their spot, and this amazing music started blaring from the class. I was like, okay, next week, let's move my personal training so I can figure out what that's all about. And so that was, 2009 or so. So this was a while ago. So after that, joined the class. It was amazing. It was such a welcoming environment, and everyone, all shapes, all sizes, all styles, all experience, just moving and enjoying together to the music. And so fast forward a couple of years, I got my Zumba license, so my B1 training, if you will, so basic one, which is the 4 basic rhythms of Zumba: salsa, merengue, cumbia, and reggaeton. So those four Latin rhythms are the core of the Zumba format, and something you'll find in any Zumba class you take around the world. So after being inspired by this one class I saw and taking the training, I've been teaching since 2012. So I've taught in Utah, I've taught in Chicago, I've taught in Michigan, and I teach in Denver, Colorado currently.
All right. Well, that is super exciting. And we are so fortunate to have you here working with us and everybody who's participating in this New Year, New You challenge. And I mean, yeah, that sounds like a pretty interesting scenario to be a part of. I love, the picture that you painted of like this energy and excitement. And, it's been a long time since anybody's been to a concert or anything remote like that. So so that sounds pretty exciting to be a part of a class like this, to bring that energy back and kind of do groups however you can, if it's the group Zoom class and stuff like that. So I guess my next question then is, what exactly is Zumba?
Yeah, so Zumba is a dance fitness format rooted in Latin rhythms, but really is meant to take you on a trip around the world. So it's an hour-long class most times and most days. It'll start with a warm-up, and then you'll go through all the different types of rhythms. So generally speaking, we like to start with the Latin rhythms just because that is the foundation of Zumba, but it ranges in difficulty, it ranges in technique, footwork, all of that type of stuff. The Zumba formula is what makes the format so unique. So if you've listened to any song ever, which I'm sure everyone's heard music before, there is a verse, there's a chorus, and as you listen to a song, you start to anticipate what's going to come next, especially with popular music you hear on the radio or any top list on Spotify or Pandora. And so Zumba, what they do is we choreograph the moves to the song. So the chorus, you're always doing the same movement. The verses, you're always doing the same movement. If there's a rap section, you're always doing the same movement. So as you come to class, you start to learn what's coming next and really start to feel the music rather than just watching or listening for me to say what comes next. Zumba is nonverbal cueing, which actually works really well over the virtual world, because instead of listening, waiting for me to say something and maybe hearing a lag, you're just watching me dance to the music. And as it comes across to your computer at home, you can follow along.
Okay, interesting. So it sounds like you might have to have some kind of dance or rhythm to begin with. Is that true?
Common misconception. So if you were to go to like a ballet class, maybe you want to have some general dance awareness, but Zumba is literally created for all by all. And the whole point is to get people up and moving. Not that you need to be dance professionals or have any experience or even fitness related experience. It's meant to inspire people to get up and enjoy the music. That's part of the reason why Beto Perez, the creator of Zumba, founded it with nonverbal cueing, because he only spoke Spanish at the time when he was teaching in Miami. And so he didn't want to have to speak English because that was not his first language. So by using nonverbal cueing, you cross all sorts of boundaries that normally may exist in a fitness space. So no, welcome to all, open to all, no experience necessary. With the virtual format, it's actually kind of nice for beginners because while I like to see people's faces in the beginning, just to know you're actually there, you're totally free to turn your video off during the class and then maybe say bye at the end. But it's really about your comfort level and your personal experience with the class. And I want it to feel like I'm right there in your living room, blasting the stereo and just having a good time. It's not about, I tell students all the time, even in the live studio, I'm not watching you for your form or your physique. I'm just making sure everyone's following along to see, like, is the cueing I'm doing making sense? Are my body movements making sense? Is this at the right level for this class? Or am I doing too much or too little? Sometimes if I've been teaching a song for a while, I'm like, oh, maybe we can add a turn here. Or maybe let's switch it up and see how they do. And so it's just about giving you new material to keep you excited and interested in the movements. But my honest favorite moment is when people get lost in the music and they just miss what's happening next or that something changed because they were just so into it. Happens to me all the time, and I've been teaching for almost 10 years.
Well, that's exciting. I know that definitely, like, I am not good at dancing. And so I think if I were to do like a Zoom or something, I'd probably do my camera off just to, just to experience it, but not have that extra level of thought, are these people watching me? How do I look? So that's really awesome that you can do that and kind of have some anonymity, have some, barrier,
Yeah.
anonymity, whatever that word is. Yeah, so that's really exciting, and it sounds like it's kind of something that everybody can partake in. So, say I do come on and I'm at a good comfort level, and I finally kind of, I'm not a dancer, but I feel the movement and I'm getting the flow. So in terms of losing weight and working out, how does this come into play? Like, are you burning calories? Do you know how many calories? Like, what's the workout level that you're getting here?
Absolutely. So you definitely have the ability to lose weight with Zumba. Some people have some phenomenal weight loss stories. If you just Google like Zumba weight loss stories, I'm sure you'll find a bunch of them. But as far as the class, you probably can burn anywhere from 300 to 600 calories in 1 hour long class, depending on, especially in the work at home environment, your space, your floor, how much room you have. Like one of my students, whenever I travel forward and backwards, she turns to the side and travels this way because her room is really narrow. So keeping that in mind, your calorie count might not be as high as if you were in a full dance studio, but it's still better than, say, watching another episode of TV on Netflix or some other activities. This gets you up and moving, it's fun, and you can do it with your families. So I have a student who took my class when I lived in Michigan, and her daughter at the time was in the kids' care because she was younger. Now she's all grown up and she's a teenager, and she and her mom take my class together every week, and it's great because they also have a little kid. I want to say she's 2 or 3, and she dances in the background with us too. So everything is very family friendly. A lot of the music is in Spanish, but I'm very conscious of having and conversation that in the music that is open to everyone.
I love that. That's really exciting that people can bring their families. It's something you can do together. You don't have to like put your kids in daycare while you go work out. It's a fun experience for all ages. So that's really important. And I think that's a fun thing to implement into your household, especially because we're all stuck in this house together,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's a good way to get, other people integrated. So I really like that. And yeah, so it sounds like you can lose a ton of weight and really get your body moving. And maybe, I don't think you obviously don't need any workout materials or anything to participate, except maybe a larger space where you can have some free movement.
Definitely.
And, it sounds like if you don't have one, no big deal. You just make do. But yeah, if you have it, utilize it.
Yeah.
How often if you want to Zumba, can you Zumba every day? How often do you hold classes? What's your recommendation for people going through this challenge?
Absolutely. So if you really wanted to Zumba every single day, you could. There's a website called zumba.dance that has class listings for instructors all over the world that are teaching virtually right now. If you want to Zumba with me, which I would love to have you, I'm currently teaching on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time on Zoom. You can register on zumba.dance, and there's also a link to it through the challenge website.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, and her prices, if you want to do privates, which I think are on our website as well, are pretty affordable, and I highly recommend just trying it out. I've seen a couple people post about their dance workouts that they're doing at home. So this is a great way to really get into it and maybe experience it with other people and share it with your family and have a great time. So yeah, it sounds like Tuesdays and Thursdays. So having said that, we are going to have a workout of the week this week, and she will be doing a live Zumba class with us that we will record. So if you aren't able to make it, don't worry. We'll send it out to everyone still, and we'll get that Tuesday. It's 5 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So stay tuned. I will post to everybody, send out emails with the links for that. So we hope to see you there. Yeah, and so tell us more about your Zumba style.
Definitely. So my Zumba class has often been called like literally a trip around the world, the best hour of people's days. And the whole point of what I put into my class is that I want you to come and be challenged, but still have fun. So the thing about Zumba as a workout is that you aren't really thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm working out. Like lifting weights kind of feels like working out. Push-ups kind of feels like working out, but dancing in your living room doesn't really feel like a workout, especially when the music is great. And even the people in your class that don't dance with you start singing along the tunes. My boyfriend has heard my Zumba music for years, and the songs constantly get stuck in his head, so that makes me happy. But as far as it being a workout, it's a way to dance and connect with something that is such a human element of dance and moving your body without having to think too much. Like granted, your very first class, you'll probably be thinking a lot in the beginning because we'll be trying to get used to how my body moves, what the cues mean, what the music means. But after, towards the end, like once you cross that halfway point in the class, you're like, oh, okay, I can do this. And even if you never come back, you won't say it wasn't worth it. That's kind of the feedback I've gotten from people. Even if I've done like special workshops, sometimes for like teachers or nurses, there was like, oh my gosh, I would never have done this, but I'm glad I did. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I love that. And I am super excited to tune in with you. And yeah, I've never taken a Zumba class. So this is really
We'll change that on Tuesday.
I'm, going out on a limb here, and I'm definitely not somebody who dances. So this is kind of putting myself out there. So I hope you guys join me as well. I will be looking for some support. So tune in, and we'll send you guys more information with the link and everything like that. And thank you very much. You can check out Jenna and her profile on 100%chiropractic.com/NYNY challenge, and go to your resources, and then she is one of the trainers there. Click on her page. She has her rates, her bio, and a way to get directly in touch with her. So thank you so much, Jenna. This was great, and I'm looking forward to our workout.
Absolutely. And for those who are still on the fence, if you like music, you can do Zumba. If you hate music for some reason and you have no rhythm, okay, fine. There's lots of other trainers out there. But if you like music at all, you'll enjoy Zumba. So hope to see you there.
All right. I love it. Well, have a good one. Thank you again.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.